I want to make a large, wide water bowl, but I don't want to glaze it or fire it twice. So the question is, can I make a low-fired terracotta unglazed bowl that actually holds water? I'm using 2.5 kilos of terracotta. I center the clay. This time my clay is not too firm. I flatten the clay to about 17 centimeters. And then I push down into the clay, leaving just a little over a centimeter in the base. I open out. I want a wide curve across the inside of the bowl. And then I bring up the walls, relatively straight. I'll stretch them out into that wide bowl as I shape. And I compress and bring my hands out in a sweeping motion across the inside curve of the bowl. I bring the walls up and outwards. And now I focus on the shape. As I widen the bowl, I'm stretching the walls. I can also use a rib and a sponge to shape. This can really help refine the bowl shape. And as the walls are stretched, the bowl becomes shallower. If you haven't already done so, remember to subscribe so you stay up to date with our informative videos that are packed with useful hints and tips. And of course, like and comment. It really keeps us motivated to keep on making videos. I clean up a bit around the base. I do this so that my cutting wire will cut through cleanly, so that I don't have an irregular mass of clay at the bottom of my pot to deal with when I'm trimming. And of course, I can't resist. I add a swirl. And then I just soften it a little with a sponge. I wire through with my cutting wire. And I set aside to dry to leather hard. My bowl is ready to trim. This time I'll use my Giffen grip. It just fits within the holders. Otherwise I would just use some lugs of clay to fasten. I start by marking out the outer foot. This gives me a bit of an idea of how much clay I have to trim away. And then I just start trimming around the outer edge. If the clay being trimmed feels a little dry, I take a sponge, hold it in one hand against the clay, and keep on trimming. Because the clay is so gritty, there are small tears in the clay. So I smooth the clay with a rib. I trim across the base. I check to make sure there's enough clay in the base to keep on trimming. as smooth with a rib. So that's it, just a very simple, gentle indent in the base. It forms a gentle foot where the curve of the wall meets the base. I'm going to colour the inside of my bowl with an underglaze. Now, if I wanted my bowl to be food safe, I would rethink this approach. Generally, underglazes are designed to be used with a clear glaze for food safety. But this bowl is destined for the garden. It's going to be a water bowl. It's going to be single-fired and unglazed. This particular blue contrasts beautifully with the orange of the fired terracotta. A stained slip will work well here too. Now, after I've finished, I'll fully dry the piece and then I'll single fire. So this is one of the benefits of not glazing pieces. Once firing becomes a breeze. So the firing will be like a low bisque or a very slow glaze fire. And then I single fire to 1100 degrees, the recommended temperature for this clay. So the question now is, how am I going to get it to be waterproof? So I'm going to use a coating that will seal the surface of the pot. There are a lot of old school ways of sealing pots: milk, wax, lard, different kinds of oils. Take a look at Andy Ward's amazing work for some of these methods. But today I'm using a nano coating. It's made from silica and works by penetrating the surface of the clay, filling in the porous bits and creating a layer of silicon dioxide on the surface. There are some different brands of this around. This one is food safe, which is a bonus. There are also other terracotta coatings out there that will work to seal porous fired pottery, solvent-based sealers and water-based sealers, and they might be a little less expensive. You just want to be sure to make sure that the product you're using is fit for your project. So low firing and once firing can significantly reduce the energy required to produce a piece. What really matters is that the pieces are fit for purpose. If you'd like to see how this coating can be used for a larger piece, check out my fountain video. And as always, happy potting!